Let's get started with pens and paper in Notability and how to set those up. As you notice over here, you have your folders already set. Select the folder that you'd like to add a note to. For example, I'm in Telling Stories. You can see I have 2 documents in here. To add another document, down in the bottom right-hand corner, I'm going to select the blue dot. From here, it will populate and just automatically set up a blank canvas. But if you're like me, you really need to have lines of some sort. So if you go to the top, you'll notice the 3 dots. Go ahead and select the 3 dots. From here, you can select Templates. And on the templates, if you scroll down, you can see you have plenty of templates to choose from, even the popular Avid Cornell Notes. One of my absolute favorites have to be the dot paper and or grid. I'll be choosing one of those and explaining why in a moment. You'll also notice that on this paper, I also have the 3 ellipses. On this, I can actually change the size of my dots and enlarge them or keep them small. What I like to do is I keep them at the size 2 spacing because it gives me the most flexibility to keep my handwriting legible, neat, and clean. Once you select your paper, then what you're going to do is select Apply, and it will automatically fill in for you. So a couple things too is if you select the double paper at the very top, this way you can scroll and you can see how many pages you have in your notes. And you can also easily just add paper as you go. So this allows you to add a page, you can delete a page, you can build your notes very easily. When I'm taking notes, I like to toggle that off just because it gives me more landscape. The pen tool offers so many options. When you select the pen tool, you'll notice right away that there's 3 different major categories. One is the width of the stroke that you can have a lot of flexibility in changing it. The other is the type of lines that you want to create. This is a normal standard. This is more calligraphy, gives you that swirl and end with your lettering. And then also it has a variety of colors and even ones that you can add to yourself. So let's just get started and look at the width of the lines. For example, I'm going to use the calligraphy stroke and I'm going to choose number 9. With my dots here, then I can easily write with my pen. You can see the thickness on this, so perhaps I'm going to move it down maybe to a 2. Now I'll probably have a little bit thinner and cleaner line. So play around with it, see what you like. The next part too, though, that you want to consider is possibly even just adding your own colors. Adding your own colors can give a little bit pizzazz. You can choose the color wheel here and pick exact ones. If you know the RGB code, you can type it in and get the exact color you're looking for. The other part, too, is that you can also have a pen feature versus a pencil, and it just gives you a little bit different look and feel. So again, play around with those. However, the best part about this whole feature and Notability is you can create your entire own palette so that you can use the same markers over and over and over for every note. The way that you're going to do that is you're going to go ahead and select the star at the top. You'll notice now that I automatically added that green color. I still have all the same features that I have before. I can change the width, I can change the style, and I could even change the color if I so chose. But what I want to do is set up this toolkit. So I'm going to go back to the pencils, and then at this point, I'm going to go back to my colors. I'm going to get a black because I use black almost all the time in my notes, and I'm going to add it to my star. You can continue adding pencils right here. And at the same time, as soon as you get your markers set, you can also move them around in your page so they don't distract you when you're writing. You can also add highlighters. Highlighters are absolutely fantastic. I'm going to add this yellow one to my palette. I'm going to select my black pen right here, and I just want to show the difference in highlighting. So when I select my highlighter, you'll notice that when I write, I can still see my lettering. If I have it on a pencil tool, and I'll select a different color so you can see that. We'll go with the green. You can see that it's going to bleed through. Let me get it thicker so that you can really see what happens. and I can no longer read my writing. So if you want to use the highlighter, you have to select the highlighter palette. Make sure then add your favorite colors for highlighting. I have a standard 2 to 3 colors that I add. Now, when I make mistakes, there's the eraser tool. Again, the eraser tool gives you about a width for the strokes and a whole and a partial option. The whole option is that if I select whole, it's going to erase everything. If I select partial, it's only going to eliminate that part. So depending on what you're trying to erase, you'll have to consider whether you want everything gone or just a little bit to redo. Another great feature, besides the toolkit, has to be the lasso. So the lasso tool is right here, and when you select this one, it's got some really cool features. Number one, you'll just notice that it's freehand rectangular. You can also add it to your toolkit if you so choose. Voila, now there's my lasso. What I like about the lasso is when you select it even on freehand, you can move things around very easily in your notes. So let's say you want to take headers and you want the same consistent look and feel for every header. That means you can lasso it, you can copy it, and then you can just paste it. And now you have the same type going throughout your notes, which gives it a nice consistency. A couple other features about the lasso tool that are time savers is number one, style. Again, let's say you're doing headers, you have different sections. Well, I can change it from green to orange. With this also, I can even go to purple if I so chose. So in addition to changing your words from green to purple and various colors, you can also change it to text. If you select Convert, you have the option to change it to text, or if you're in a math class, math equations. How cool is that, right? We're going to select Text, and then it will convert it into text. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tips and tricks with the iPad. Until next time!